Today we are going to be taking a look at an older combination that is completely busted, and we're looking at it again because I think it got some great new tools that helps with this not so ideal meta that we're in. Alright guys, we have a really fun list for you today. This one is a Simulacrum deck. Simulacrum is one of my absolute favorite things to play because it goes crazy, man. The end games are absolutely nuts with the Simulacrum. You get tons of tokens and you run through the opponent quickly. And today we're pairing that with the Skitter Beam Battalion. And I'm sure you guys are like, wait a minute, this is an old thing. We've seen this, been there, done that. I know guys, it's an older combination that's been around, floating around for a while. I haven't got a chance to play it though. I think it looks pretty sweet. I want to try it out. And today we're trying it because we got some new cards that are kind of making their way into the standard meta because of how aggressive it's been. We got Torch to Tower and the Dispersal early on. Dispersal's been great because mono red, when they attack, obviously they want to pump. The Aura decks, they want to pump. So this is a nice way to just bounce something out the field. They lose all the value from the things they've attached to their creatures and they got to restart, which is really nice. Torch to Tower is great too because it hits something and it exiles, which is really good. And then we've also got Roaring Furnace, another big reason I wanted to run an Izzet deck today because this card is one of my favorites. I love this card so much. It's a great early game removal with a sweet end, game draw effect that's just super sweet. Just passively drawing cards helps a lot. And then the rest of the deck here, we're trying to get down to Simulacrum. We're trying to copy it out the wazoo with things like 3 Steps Ahead and Season of Weaving. Just copy, make a ton of tokens. And then Skitter Beam Battalion comes in on turn 5, creates a boatload of tokens, and you win the next game. It's very simple to do. This Braided Net and Ill-Timed Explosion are both fantastic as well for go wide decks or decks that, we aren't finding the removal for, but we can keep tapping down their creatures over and over again, and they can't attack. So it's a really nice controlled sort of deck that gets extremely explosive on the back end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll catch you guys on the next video, and hopefully, stick around to the end. We got a little bit of a message at the end if you guys are still here. Stick to the end. A little bit of a channel update. We'll see you then. Peace out. All right, guys. Today we are taking a look and revisiting a Simulacrum deck built around Skitter Beam Battalion combos. I know I'm very, very late on playing this deck. I haven't played it ever, which is pretty interesting, but I'm revisiting some old stuff and seeing what works right now because the meta, unfortunately, very volatile, not super great. And this one had a few new answers that are kind of, popping up. Like Torch to Tower is pretty awesome, which is going to work extremely well here. We've also got some new bounce spells that people have been playing recently and, a lot of cool stuff. And we also get to play the Furnace, which is nice. The Furnace is a brand new card from Duskborn that I really enjoy playing. So this deck's been working out pretty good for us today. Hopefully we can make a nice little grind here. You know what? This is actually my deck I just posted today, which sucks because I don't want to have to beat it, but I'm going to end up beating it here, I think, pretty handedly. Because once I hit this sweeper, they might be out of creatures. That's the unfortunate part, is I know how this deck works. Man, I think I'm going to give up the Skitter Beam, which is kind of crazy, but I want to try to get the extra card draw here. But yeah, this is definitely looking like the deck we just posted today. All right, that normally would be pretty good. I'm actually gonna play this before I play my land so I can kill the Calyx. And another land isn't bad because we can open up the Season of Weaving and draw a bunch of cards. It always feels bad when you post a deck and then someone's using it and then you beat them with it. It's just the worst feeling. Because I am working on another deck, obviously, which is good. But let's see. Let's tap that down. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, does it? All right. They take the Roaring Furnace. And we're going to make their day, unfortunately, extremely bad here with the tower. Yep. Unfortunately, they just don't have any mana open to protect it. I'm sure they've got at least one protection spell in their hand because that deck, our deck right here, it runs both a green and a white protection spell. They just have not had the mana open to do it. All right, we're gonna go here. All right, we're locked in. We got the Simulacrum. We got our Ethereal Disperse. Epheria's Disperse, sorry. Nice. And there's the GGs, yeah. All right, cool. We got the W. Not the matchup I wanted to see, unfortunately, but we got the W. This deck feels really good. I'm telling you guys, it feels really clean. All right, we're going first with a really good hand. But yeah, speaking of the meta, guys, we need to talk about that. I think I'm probably going to address it in the intro, if I remember, because I do my intros and outros at the end of making the videos. But if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But the meta right now, I'm sure you've heard from many creators how volatile it is and how unfun and how any version of the red deck is kind of everywhere at the moment. So I was thinking maybe we try best of 3. Maybe we do something a little different. I'm not sure yet. Gosh, it's always scary when you think about that stuff though, because you know, you do best of 1 for so long, and you know, you've been doing the same sort of thing for as long as we have. It's a little scary to make that jump, but we might have to do it just temporarily, at least until the meta kind of simmers down. Got a couple of options here. This Fabled Passage reshuffling the deck after we've scryed is a little unfortunate. I wouldn't mind getting a land here, but I think it is the Synthesizer, man. And then we'll just hold the Fabled Passage for now. That's pretty good. I say we keep it the exact same way for now. Well, we'll put the 3 steps ahead on top, and then what we'll do is we'll grab the 3 steps ahead on the draw step. We'll crack the Fabled Passage, and then we can either copy a Synthesizer or we can just ill-timed explosion, try to draw into more land so we don't miss our land drops. I don't know. There's a couple of ways we could have done that. I probably didn't do it the most optimum way. Maybe crack the Fabled first, then play the second Simulacrum. All right. So we crack this. Go blue. And again, I could either just draw cards here, try to hit a land drop, make sure I keep hitting my land drops consistently. 3 steps ahead is an option to copy. Maybe I think I'm gonna do a 3 steps ahead on the opponent's turn, because I could end up countering something very relevant here. They are at the point where the mana is enough to reanimate something like a Flesh Gorger, so let's not allow that to happen. I'd much rather obviously copy a Synthesizer though, so if they could maybe not reanimate that, I'd be really gracious. All right, cool. They don't. We get to copy. Let's go. Let's go. We got the copy of the Simulacrum, and now we're gonna start popping off like crazy. Let's see what we scry here. A couple lands. Again, I kind of need lands, but because if we draw into a Season of Weaving and we don't have a land, that would be a bummer. Wow, Anoint with Affliction is such a great card right now too. I love that card. I respect the fact that they're running that. I don't know what to do, man. Do I go Synthesizer again? Do I just keep it going? It's not a bad idea, I guess. It does kind of end the game, doesn't it? Because even if they reanimate the Flesh Gorger here next turn, I just play a Braided Net, make them much more powerful, and then tap the Flesh Gorger, taking 7 life and win the game. So I'm telling you guys, Synthesizer's still very good. It's one of the only few things off meta that seems to be doing really well. All right, we're going first in this one. We've got the Roaring Furnace. We've got some really good cards, actually. I'm gonna keep this. Not bad at all. But yeah, guys, you might be seeing me playing some best of 3 tomorrow. I don't know yet. We'll see how that looks. I've got some really cool deck lists that I've been trying to work on and grind out, but just haven't been working because unfortunately the meta, you know. But you know, what can you do? So maybe I try them out in best of 3 and add a sideboard to them and see if we can't make them work, man. I think it'd be kind of fun too to kind of mix it up a little bit, do something a little bit different, just for a short time. Tyvar, okay. And are we a roots deck? Probably, right? Well, that tells me probably not. Probably not. Ill-timed explosion, and I guess we can kind of just play it by ear on what we draw. Do we really want to sweep this? I'm not giving up these two to sweep that. No shot. All right. Looks like we're going maybe Skitter Beam Battalion next turn, or I can open up the back side of the room here, which might not be a terrible idea either. We're not under like an immense amount of pressure or anything.
We can do this all day.
That's actually a really cool little combo there. Tapping the Loam Speaker, untapping it, and then adding more mana again. That's a significant ramp spell in its own right. All right, let's draw another card. Seasons of Weaving looks like it's gonna be the play maybe next turn, bouncing everything. I do get this back, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's all a possibility. We'll see. And this does what when it attacks? 2-0 and untap that creature. Maybe they're trying to get extra attacks with the new fear of missing out.
Show them what you're made of.
Because if this is untapping too. Wait, what's going on here? How did they pull that off? How in the world did they pull that off? Are we dead? 4-8. Are we dead? I think we're at 1. Oh my god, we're at 1. That's not good. That is not good. Well, this is the only choice I have. Sheesh, man, you're making me work here. You're making me work here. I don't love that. Oh, down to 1. A creature land, actually. They win the game. They got us. That was pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. Very cool idea. Oh, wait, they just left the door open. No, it can activate the land now. Because it's got the haste on. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty sweet. Shout out to that opponent's deck, man. I'm impressed at that one. I gotta go rewatch that maybe and see how they pulled that off, but yeah, very cool, man. All right, the opponent's going first. I love this hand. A lot of good early game interaction here. This is the kind of match you kind of hope the opponent is running those red decks, you know what I mean, with all these answers. And it looks like they are. Let's go ahead and leave the torch to tower, and then we'll say go. Okay. Perfect. 1 down. We got the one with the haste, which is good. Definitely want to make sure we're able to get off the dispersal if they go kind of crazy here. We'll see. We shall see. Hopefully they didn't have another creature. That'd be awesome. Hopefully they were banking on that. Nope, not the case. That's fine though. It doesn't have haste. We can take it out with the Roaring Furnace. Don't mind if I do. What? Okay, so Slick Shot. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Nice. That's a good land to hit there. We're gonna go ahead and blow up the hero. Leave the dispersal ready and open. And the opponent's off to a slow start for being the aggro player. We love it. Another one? Come on now. Hopefully they commit the bird too. Give me the bird. Give me the dang bird. No? No bird, huh? Okay. Guess we'll just go surveil. More land. I mean, 4, 5, 6. That'll get us here. I do need it technically to get there. Don't think we're gonna keep it though. I think we could do better. I think we need more answers. Maybe we counter. Maybe we counter here. Oh, I should. You know what? I think I should have countered here. I think I should have countered here and then bounce this. I should have played this land. That feels bad, man. We will counter though. No, we won't. No, we won't. We'll let that land. We'll let that land, and then whatever they commit all of these ruckuses to, we'll send back to their hand. Seems good. Did they overcommit to just the bird? Oh, okay, I thought they did. If it's a protection spell though, holy smokes, that's bad. It is, isn't it? It always is. It always is. Oh, it's not. Let's go. Okay, sorry for saying that and being rude. Another furnace is solid. Yeah, I guess. I really need them to commit the bird so I can ill-timed explosion and just clean up the field. Nope, they're just gonna plot it for later. I can counter it though. Got the roaring furnace here, counter the bird. They do draw a card here. It's a bummer. These demonic ruckuses are very good at, you know, being a nuisance. Are they protecting it? No, they're not. They're just getting it bigger so they can hit me with a much bigger fireball. Oh, never mind. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I can't lie. All right, come on. We need to survive this and then we'll be all right, I feel like. 3 steps ahead. Is ready to go. This is a tough one, man. So many creatures. Normally they just have the 1 or 2 creatures you got to deal with and then it's just a bunch of pump spells, but not this time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to counter that. That's gonna make their creature way too big. All right, what are we down to now? What, 9, 8, 7? Down to 7, wow. And if I blow up the field, that would take us down to 1. And I can't really afford to do that. So I think bouncing everything is actually going to be the play here, which is not great, but it's better than taking another 6, right? So let's reset the field, draw a couple of cards. Let me guess. You're gonna plot the bird again instead of just playing out the field. Ugh, man, we're at 7 right now. It does not feel good. All right, no surprise. Hero back down. The bird will be the question here. Okay. Play the bird one time. One time for me, just make my day. Please make my day. Please make my day. Play the bird. Come on. Yes! GG's, dude. GG's. Good luck. That takes care of that. That takes care of that nonsense. Let's get this down. Let's do some scrying, and then I think we can win this game. It's a great card. Gotta keep it. Gotta keep it. Gotta keep it. Nice. Let's go. Just please don't play a flyer out of the blue. If they play a flying creature like another bird and then give it... Oh, there we go. That'll be an answer for us. But I can't draw it right now. Both of those are really good, honestly. I'll take either one. All right. Let's get this win. No creature? Looks like no creature. Poor fella. Let's go! We got him. A very tough opponent too, man. I'm so glad we got that win. That was clean. Let's go. It wasn't clean, but it was good. All right, opponent going first. Hand looks good. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. It's green. Okay, I like that. I like to see something a little bit new. Green, blue with a wormlet. Okay, so we're looking at the Simic deck that probably, yeah, wants to animate those artifacts. Hopefully we can get to the ill-timed explosion in time, but it's probably not likely. They're gonna be pumping damage very, very quickly here. Do we send back the Wormlet here? Probably. More land. I do need to get the ill-timed explosion off, but man, the surveillability on that is so good. Here comes the teething wormlet, right? Oh, post-combat, nice. I love that because that means they're not animating an artifact yet. Or maybe they are. Glyph. I think it's called the glyph, right? The blue discover. Okay, cool. They're just pumping the siren. Why not? That's a new card. It gives it all the abilities of every other creature you control, right? Yeah, creatures you control. Interesting. Oh, I actually like that a lot in these. Oh, dude, we should try that in a Selesnya artifact build. That'd be crazy. I'm too down to try that. All right, I do think we have him here though, because there's not enough damage to output on this next turn, and I've got a lot of good cards here, especially ill-timed explosion. Ill-timed explosion was a very late addition to the build too. I was worried that you know, when I tried recording this once earlier, and I was like, you know what, we ran into a deck that was really go wide. It was like a Boros Convoke deck, and I'm like, we got to have ill-timed explosion. So all right. Probably should have played that first, right? Oh, it doesn't actually get the abilities here. It's only activated abilities. Oh, okay, not as good as I thought, but still pretty cool. All right, here we go. Let's blow up the board and probably just win the game. Game's, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's probably over here. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I think we're dropping the Simulacrum here. If they have an artifact removal spell, I'm gonna be super upset at myself. All right, cool. I didn't think so. All right, let's just draw cards straight up. Nice. And then we can go Skitterbeam Battalion next turn. Probably just win the game within 2, but I kind of am greedy and want to go with Seasons of Weaving. 2, 4, 5, 6. Well, I don't actually have the mana to play it, do I? Looks like my hand is going to be forced into a battalion here. All right, another Torch the Tower. A pretty good card against the opponent, to be honest, but Skitterbeam Battalion's the move. Gotta get it down. Fountain Port, Treasure. I don't think they needed that extra mana, did they? They're a pretty low curve deck, I would imagine. Surprised they didn't go for a fish there. All right, they are officially in trouble. I could Seasons of Weaving, copy the Simulacrum, bounce everything, recast the Skitterbeam Battalion later if they somehow survive. There's the glyph. Zootech glyph. And animating the treasure. I see why they created the treasure now. Good game. All right, we got the opponent going first here. This hand is either really good or really bad. I don't know yet. It depends on how aggressive they are. If I can get the Roaring Furnace off on a creature before they get going too fast, will be good. Okay, not what we thought it was. At least I have a target for this, right? I mean, might as well. I think I know what they're up to. I think I saw someone playing something like this earlier where they're trying to reanimate things like the portal, but that doesn't worry me too much. I think they were running a Loran though, which blows up artifacts and enchantments. That's a card we got to worry about maybe. Guess we passed the turn here, look to maybe counter. But yeah, they had things like Behold the Multiverse and Portal that they try to get to the graveyard and then reanimate off of this, which is a pretty cool concept. Level 2, whenever one or more non-creature non-land permanent control enters, put a 1/1 counter. I don't think I necessarily want to draw cards off of that. I think we save it. Man, I hate this this matchup here. It's just a little bit strange, and I don't know exactly what I should be doing. Okay, they counter the ill-timed explosion. I'm cool with that. Better to counter that than a lot of my other stuff, so. Especially when I'm not trying to sweep here. All right, we're gonna basically open up the second room, the sauna over here, start drawing more cards. That's a good find though. That's a really good find, but I'm still gonna do this because I am worried about counter spells. It feels like they're just kind of passing the turn with a lot of mana open, leading me to believe they've got another counter spell ready to go. So I want to make sure if I play the Simulacrum, I can also counter. Blue, red, red. Okay, let's do that. Leave my counter magic available. Okay, they didn't have anything. I thought for sure that was getting countered. Pass the turn. I mean, we can just sit here and chill now. Sit and chill, counter any sort of artifact removal spells, and draw cards. We're sitting nice. We're sitting real nice right now. Brotherhood's End. I mean, it has to be countered, right? No question about that. Question is, do they have another one? And it seems like they might. They don't. Ooh, let's go. That's big. That's big. Okay, Battalion is obviously sick. We keep that. Season of Weaving? Why not? Why the heck not? Brotherhood's End now, though, would be pretty detrimental. But yeah, they scoop it up. I figured they didn't have it. If they had it, they would have played it on last turn after the second or the first one failed. But that was solid. Well, this is one of those hands where if we're up against a meta aggro player, we absolutely have an incredible start. Anything else, we lose. That's the beauty of this meta. You got to put a bunch of cards in your deck that work really well against one thing, and if they don't end up having that thing, your cards do nothing. But it does look like we're actually gonna get to go off here. It looks like another small artifact looking deck, maybe. Yeah, another Simic artifacts. Who made a video today? Because this is not something I've seen recently. Seeing it twice in a row is kind of crazy. Alright, this is a great creature, by the way, to hit with this tower because we put it into exile, and it's something that they're going to want to use their cauldron to try to get value out of later. Don't need another one of those. These dispersals are going to be great, though, because when they do animate an artifact like a treasure or a clue token, we can just bounce it. I'm just going to get this down. They have Ginger Brute, so things with haste. Obviously, we can tap before they can attack into us. All right. Going level 2, which is going to give the ward 1, which is definitely relevant here moving forward. Pass the turn. That is a counterable offense for sure. Okay. Tap this. Yes, I'm sure. We'll pay the 1. All right, we're staying alive, guys. Staying alive. Ooh, let's go. We love that. We love that. Let's go. Oh, a sauna is pretty cool too. Sauna is not bad. Yeah, I think adding in as many lands as I did is kind of the way to go. I've been on this wave of like 24 lands or less because a lot of you guys play that way. I noticed when we did when we were playing viewer deck lists, you guys were all running a lot of 24, 23 lands in your deck, and it didn't seem to be much of an issue, but for whatever reason, when it seems like I try that out, we run into mana problems like crazy. All right. Still not animating your food. This deals 3. That's not going to work. So we'll just play it for the drawing effect, which means I want to make sure we have blue mana open here, so we can use the dispersal. You got to be really careful about how the game decides they want to use your mana up, because they will screw you over with those auto tappers, man. All right, so we can either take quite a bit of damage here, we can bounce something back to their hand, or we can tap something down. We've got a ton of options here. I think I'm gonna bounce something because they're starting to get a lot of 1/1 counters onto their things. That actually makes things, actually let's do this. Let's do this before they get the counters onto it, because it doesn't have ward, right? And then we'll bounce something else. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, whoa, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oops. I cannot believe I just did that. That was a big oops. I was like, I even talked about the ward too. I knew they had the ward. Ugh. Dude, I thought we had enough lands. I don't know why my brain was like, oh yeah, you got this. Not so smart, man. That's crazy. All right. Nothing we can really do here. Dang, I can't believe I did that. What should I have done differently there? Maybe I should have not used my tap and just bounced the token. Yeah, that's probably the move. That's not great, but it's fine. Okay. All I gotta do is bounce one of these back to their hand, block the other one, chump it at least, and then yeah, it's gonna be a tough little end game here. Not proud of myself. They play it for 0 to copy my construct. You can copy the opponent's creatures. Whenever it enters, copy a creature on the battlefield. Wow, okay. Pretty cool. And then they animate the token. Yeah, we're still alive for at least another turn, but another turn is only so long, you know? All right, we're hoping for like something really good off the top. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We are gonna send this back because it's more expensive. Okay. Another roaring furnace, probably not great. I need like an ill-timed explosion, actually. Yeah, let's send both of those away. Let's just send that back. A braided net's not terrible. Actually, it's not bad at all. How much mana do I have though? 1, 2, 3, and then braided net's got to be the answer though, right? It has to be. If I throw it away and I don't get an ill-timed explosion, it's gonna be really bad. This is my only way of maybe sticking into this thing. It wouldn't be such an issue if there wasn't a freaking award cost to every single thing out here. Oh man, that just got up to a 5. Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. I was gonna blow that up too. That is unfortunate, man. See, now this would have covered me on the ground, and then I would have just tapped the flyer and blown up the other siren. But the fact that they were able to find those creature on top for the map token and actually get the power increase is too hard for us to deal with. Yeah, we're kind of cooked, right? Because even if I do this and draw a bunch of cards, that leaves me with 1 mana, maybe 2. 2 mana doesn't get anything done. Well, yeah, because then I'm going to have to pay 4 and sack it, right? Yeah, there's not enough mana. Not enough mana. Good game. Good game. Simic artifacts, man. Pretty tough to beat sometimes. All right, we tap down this guy. Man, if only we had 1 more token to use on this braided nets, we could buy another turn, but we screwed up our play earlier, so. Not that I think we'd still end up with enough to block here, but what can you do? What can you do, man? That one could have gone either way if I had played it a little differently, I feel like, but. All right, not bad. We keep this. We got turn 1, 2, and 3 lined up and ready to go. And it's life gain. Life gain. Okay, we got the bounce spell for any creatures that want to get aggro with us. It's probably gonna be a bat though. Deep cavern bat. Oh, not a deep cavern bat, but a bat indeed. Well, I'm sorry, bat, but you gotta go. You've got to go. I love the ill-timed explosion in this matchup. I think that's fantastic. That deep cavern bat though can put a wrench in anybody's plans. Let's just hope they don't find that. I don't mind that at all. That does nothing until they get a creature to attack, which they had and now they don't. That eventually is something I will want to close the game, right? Knight of Dusk's Shadow. I mean, this is, to me personally, this is kind of a no-brainer. It taps that down and doesn't allow them to attack, which means they don't get the trigger on this. Maybe opening up for a more valuable ill-timed explosion next turn if they play more creatures. Up, 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 up. All right, we tap you. They take what? The braided net? Sweet. Sweet. Okay, well. We've got options, but I was hoping to hit a land drop there. Let's see. If sweeping the board now, it's gotta be this, right? I don't know if there's enough value there, but I'll take it. All right, they GG's, cool. All right, yeah, I figured that was gonna be a win. I just didn't know how we were gonna get there yet, but very nice, man. We had a sweet little run with this deck. I'm telling you guys, this deck is actually pretty darn good right now in the meta. Let's go. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for making it to the very end as well. I appreciate that a lot. I hope you enjoyed today's deck list. We will hopefully be back tomorrow. I say hopefully because we don't have a deck list ready yet, but I'm hoping to do one and get one out for you tomorrow. No promises. My son has a sporting event I gotta go to. But anyways, I did want to say at the end of today's video, just a quick breakdown. Standard has been tough. It's been really tough putting together some creative builds for you guys, and I'm going through a bit of an identity crisis right now because, you know, with Standard being so aggro and just aggressive, and the only answer to it is either hard control or, you know, beat it with your own aggression. It makes building decks that are more mid-range and creative, like I like to make, very difficult to do. My era of Magic right now is not possible, I don't think, in best of one Standard. So I'm just playing a lot of decks and getting a little bit more competitive with my decks as best I can. And it's just not the kind of Magic I really love playing. And so it's making my deck building process very difficult, and finding new and fun things to do is tough. So I may have to switch it up and go to best of 3 for a little while. I don't know. I just wanted to give you guys this message so you're not blindsided by it or something. But I may be mixing it up on the channel. Might do some different formats. I have no idea. I definitely want to continue doing best of one content. It's my favorite thing to do. I know it's your guys' favorite thing to do. It's what you guys watch. But you know, we may temporarily need to shift gears to just that way we can get out some more fun content and deck lists that are really interesting for you guys to watch. But if you guys continue watching and the videos are doing well, I'll just keep playing more competitive aggro and control decks. That's fine too. I'm cool with that. Just let me know. Obviously, you'll let me know by your viewership, so I'll keep an eye on that. Thank you guys, though. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing me some love and sticking to the end and listening to me rant. And a huge thank you to the Mardu Mob. If you guys haven't already found out about it, it's the membership program right down below. You hit the join button. The people who join that, they help support me monetarily. So thank you all so much if you're part of the Mardu Mob. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all your support, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. Till then, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.